Good evening. Is that the right way to say y'all? Hey y'all, this is Pastor D. I'm live, so that means you got to get on and listen to me. Hey, I got on tonight, and I'm going to do prophetic insight part two. I did not finish on last time, um, because I did not finish. I wanted to finish on tonight. So do me a favor. I know I popped up and I didn't tell you I was coming on, so I need you to share this out. I need you to go get somebody um, that needs to hear the word. I know some of you are getting off work. Some of you fake like you worked all day. I understand. I get it. When your boss walked around, yeah, you did that. You did do that. But tonight, tonight, I want you to join me for Prophetic Insight for October Part Two. I'm Pastor D, Senior Pastor of Unity Family Churches. We love God. We love God's people. Make sure you can hear me. If you can hear me, say yeah. Good evening, Mary. Good evening, Felicia. That's me. That is you. Good evening. Tag somebody. Let's get somebody from Facebook on. My Facebook people, they late to the party. They come late. They always come to church late. They think they grand. Facebook a little bit more, sedity. So get on, share this out to someone that needs to hear the word of God. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to get on. Tell me where you're from. If you're watching the replay, scroll ahead about 5 minutes. You don't want to hear all this. I understand. Scroll ahead for 5 minutes, and I should be done talking by then. Did anybody tell me where you're from? Y'all didn't tell me. Okay. Hey guys, we got some crazy news. God's just doing some wonderful things for our ministry. I got 5 people on, and the rest of them got to share it out. Yeah, God's doing some crazy, crazy things for our ministry. Um, Let me make sure I turn this stuff off. All right. So, hello. What's up, Veronica? What's up, my folks? It's my people. My people called by his name. So I'm doing a series at the church, and it's breaking bondage. Sunday, don't miss. I'm breaking generational curses. I got scriptures for days to back this up. So if you're in the area in Shreveport, come see us, 8833 Kingston. I want to make sure that you know we have not moved to our new location yet. That will not happen sometime next year. Got to renovate the place and that sort of thing. People are asking. No, we have to finish what we started. So we will finish the renovations, so that you know. Hello, everybody. I want to thank our partners, virtual members. Um, I meant to bring it. I forgot. For you people of God that sold into our capital campaign and our giving Sunday, I appreciate you. For some of you that's still, um, Felicia, I will pray for you, my friend. That's still giving towards that. Thank you. We're gonna do it again in April. We're gonna shut it down in April, so we can get done and get these repairs complete. But thank you. Got some information from my PO box yesterday, and 2 or 3 other people sold into that endeavor. I want to thank you. You guys are awesome. You don't have to be nice, but you should be nice because I'm nice to y'all. I'm just messing with y'all. But you guys love and support our ministry, and for that, I am forever grateful for what you guys do for us, and I'm appreciative of that. So thank you guys for giving, and we'll let you know about those other dates. Have you shared it? After you shared it, tell me you shared it. I don't ask, I guess, you to share it enough, but I'm going to do better, and I need you to share. And we're going to get ready to get started. Everybody that's late, they're just going to be late. I'm going to let you share it, and we're getting ready to get cranked up. Good evening. Thank you for sharing. I got one person say they shared it. The rest of y'all, God, right now they hard headed, and because they hard headed, God, I'm not gonna pray that prayer. I'm playing with y'all. Let's get started. Somebody type ready, because they hard headed, God. I'm not gonna say it though. I want to, but I'm not gonna say it. God, because they hard headed, stiff necked is what the word says. I got Bible for you. Stiff necked. Yeah, because they stiff necked, God. Don't let them in your kingdom. I'm messing with y'all. Y'all share this thing out so I get started now. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I want to backtrack. I got on early on purpose because my young ladies and they got to come to practice and all that stuff. So they're gonna be making noise, and I gave them permission to make noise because they support the ministry. So, but this is what I want you to hear. I'm gonna backtrack and I'm gonna finish. It should take me about 40 minutes, 45 tops. If it goes longer, that's because God wants it to. So, um, when you say ready, you say ready. God, thank you for the prophetic insight part two on tonight. God, thank you for the word. It's going to go forth. That's going to bring clarity in every area of their life. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Um, one of the things that I talked about last time, and I want you guys to hear this. I want you to push back against the insistence of failure. Let's start at the beginning. Somebody type this. Come on, Sherry. Somebody type this. Veronica. I am not a failure. I want you to type that quick, fast, in a hurry. I am not a failure. I am not a failure. Many of you right now, for this month, I need you to know, hey, Iris, that you are not a failure. And the things that have come against your life have tried to contaminate you to make you think that you are a failure. And I'm saying to you that God's going to make you, listen to me when I say this, Mary, a prevailing influence in your family. Wow. I'm talking to 10 of you right now at the beginning that you literally were the one that was been counted out. You are the one that they said wouldn't amount to anything. You are the one that said that would not make it this far. You are the one that probably was the black sheep of the family. You were the one that went against the grain. You weren't the status quo. You weren't voted most likely to succeed. Matter of fact, you flunked a few classes. You are the one. And because of that, LaShawn, people try to deem you a failure. You are the one that had the baby out of wedlock. You're the one that went to the club. You are the one that smoked a little weed. Yeah, you are the one that tried other things. You are the one. I'm talking to you. Are the one that went against it and disappointed some people in the process. And people don't see the fact of how you've changed and progressed to this place. And now what they try to do, and I hear this clearly, is trying to go back into the BC, the former you, and trying to bring up the past. I always say this, ladies and gentlemen, every time God has a great present for you and God has great dreams, aspirations, and desires for you, the enemy always comes back knocking. It's his top to kill, steal, destroy. But God says you are not a failure. You're not a failure because you didn't make the decisions that you should have made. You're not a failure because you're saying, I'm 40, I'm 49, I'm 50, I'm closer and older in age, and things have not gotten the place that they used to be or need to be for my life. You're not a failure because you don't have all the money. You're not a failure because you still struggle at times. You are not a failure. And the enemy has tried to convolute your mind. Many of you are listening to me right now and contaminate you, but God's going to anoint you to be the prevailing influence in your family. I'm getting ready to say something to you, ladies and gentlemen. God's going to anoint you because God says at every point, at every pressure point in your life, come on now, at everything that came against you, everything that tried to stop you, everything that tried to block you, everything that had you up at night, everything that made you want to quit. I'm talking to somebody. Everything that made you want to give up, everything that make you want to throw in the towel. God's removing these things off of your plate. And I said this is where I ended last time. Shout now. God says for many of you, it feels like you've been on a trial period, a trial run, but your 30-day trial is over. That's a number I'm using, but for many of you, you felt like you've been on trial for 2 years. You felt like you've been on trial for 3 years. You felt like you've been on trial for 7 years. Some of you feel like the last 2 to 3 years of your life have been trial. And God says, spiritually, hear me, that the trial is over. Who are you? Talk in the comment section. The trial. Come on, you got to talk with me tonight. The trial is over. The trial is over. And I saw this clearly in the spirit. God says, get ready because there's a new threshold that's God's unleashing for you. And this threshold is a threshold of new blessings to come. What's happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as you are listening to me, hear me in the spirit. You might not see it happening right now, but you're getting ready to see it happen in your life and in your children's life. God says, I'm turning a new chapter in your life. God Almighty. Hear me tonight. Here's the thing. I'm turning a new chapter in your life. And what had to happen, God says, I had to prune you. I had to shift you. I had to cut some of the fat away. I had to remove you from certain influences and certain people. You thought it was torturous and you thought it was a demotion, but it was setting you up for a promotion. Somebody type, it was a setup. It was a setup, not by the adversary. It was a setup by God. It was not a setup by your enemies. It was a setup by God. It was not a setup because they betrayed you. It was orchestrated by God because God says, I had to prune some of the things in your life were not in your best interest. I had to prune some of the people in your life because they were not for your best interest. I had to prune that boy, that man. Yeah, you. I'm speaking to you. I had to allow some things to come against you so you can refocus back on me. It was a setup that was divinely orchestrated by God. And God says now, and I stopped here last time, and people probably got off, and I'm going to say it again. You have to be willing, ladies and gentlemen, for some of the things that you've been holding near and dear to your heart to fall by the wayside in this season. Because God says, unfortunately, for many of you, these things have kept you bound. These people have kept you bound. And God says, making the decision this month, shout with me, you will not be held back. I want y'all to hear that with some verbosity in my voice. I want you to hear that. I want you to hear that you will not be held back. I'm speaking to you, woman of God. You will not be held back. You will not be detained and handcuffed to your failures and your mishaps and your angst. You will not be held back. God says you will not be bound any longer because I've literally enforced a covenant of grace over your life. Come on, y'all. And so you can walk into that area. I need you to hear this. God says you got to receive the cleansing. Receive the cleansing. Receive the cleansing. Receive the cleansing. Because many of you, you've accepted limitations and setbacks because your heart, ladies and gentlemen, was in the right place, but your heart betrayed you. Your heart got you in trouble. Your heart, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately placed you in a season that you shouldn't have really been in if you would have said no. God is removing, I know I'm talking to somebody, the matters of the heart in this season. The past, shout here, is the past. You've been eradicated from the past. The past is behind you. The past, ladies and gentlemen, is behind the bloodline of Calvary. It's been nailed to the cross. And God says, no more, listen to me, y'all, spiritually, hear me. No more cutting yourself in the spirit. Wow. Yes, God, tonight. No more cutting yourself in the spirit. No more pointing the finger at the errors in the past. No more cutting yourself spiritually. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to hear this spiritually. No more cutting yourself in the spirit tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, no more incriminating yourself. No more rehearsing that. I say this all the time, but I hear God saying me to say it now. You got to stop rehearsing the past and start rehearsing the character of God. The character of God says to you that you won't stay like this. And many of you right now, you getting ready to type this, somebody, crossover. Oh my God. Crossover. When I was playing basketball, let me give you an analogy. I used to do a crossover and I would hit them with one step, and a crossover literally will make them kind of move to one direction. And if you would get them to sway their hips to one direction and come back and cross over, you would literally lose the defender. What are you saying, Pastor D? I'm saying for many of you, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting ready to cross over. No longer, ladies and gentlemen, will you literally be impeded by your past. No longer will the impediment stop you. You are crossing over. No longer, I'm talking to 10 of you right now, will you keep looking back and say, I should have done this different. Oh, my Lord. I should have done this differently. I should have done this differently, Pastor D. I should have. No, it's behind you. I should have made a better decision. I should have done this differently. I'm talking to you right now that beat yourself up every night. And you say, I should have done this differently. I should have made a better decision. No more, ladies and gentlemen. You are crossing over into a new day. And because you're crossing over into a new day, your new day is here, and the new things that you have been pursuing are here. I heard God say to me, and I haven't posted this. I wrote this in my phone, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been getting up in the morning, probably 5:30 every morning, just communing with God. And every morning, I hear God saying things in the spirit. And I heard God say this, and I just want to stop here because God just interrupted this regular scheduled program to say this, so I can drop it to the DM in the messenger of your soul to say this to you. God said 2 words: start packing. I'm about to run up out of here. Whoa. I heard it clearly. I wrote it in my phone. Start packing. Are y'all catching me tonight? No. You stepping over into a new day. I need 10 people to type start packing. Start packing. Start packing. I need a new house, Pastor D. Start packing. I need a new job. Start putting in resume. Start packing. Come on. Pastor D, I need something for my ministry. Start packing. Pastor D, I saw God bless y'all. Start packing. I need this. Start packing. I said start packing. Are you hearing me in the spirit? Start packing. Start preparing, because the posture and where you are, ladies and gentlemen, you will not be this low another day in your life. Start packing. Take a picture of the day you started packing. Pack boxes. God says, watch this, start packing and start looking. Oh, you got that one for free. I hadn't posted it, but God said it to me. He said, start packing, start looking, start packing, start looking, get prepared, start packing, start looking, get prepared, start packing, start looking. How in the world are you keep talking about faith? The word says without faith, it's impossible to please God. You are not pleasing God because you are literally in this topsy-turvy situation, and you think the devil has the upper hand. I told my church Sunday, and I'm going to tell y'all, the devil does not have any more power than God allows him, ladies and gentlemen. And the devil does not have the power of God. God's omnipotent. And because he's omnipotent, don't you think he can bring you out of the thing that you are in right now? You are too anointed to keep standing in this apartment. Ooh. Now, some of you like apartments. I get it. But I'm talking to somebody right now who's looking for a home. Do it again. Drop some keys. Come on. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. God says your new day is here. Your new thing is here. Newness of mercy is here. Newness of mercy, it's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. Listen to me when I say this now. Let me slow down because I'm hear me, Van Corina. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me, Kate Wright. Hey, hear me, Mia. Hear me. And in order to get here, God says refuse to live in regret. Okay. All right. And I hear this so clearly. This is for somebody. God says, refuse to allow those who never let go to define how you feel about yourself. Oh, God. Refuse to allow those in your life who never let go to define how you feel about yourself and what you think about your future. I'm getting ready to run out here by myself. So y'all not ready tonight. Let me try it again. Because some of you got the wrong people in your ear. You got the wrong people talking to you. You got the wrong people praying for you. I told my church Sunday, I'm going to say it to y'all. If my people who are called by my name, I'm myself and pray. We missed the first contextual, second chronicle of that verse when it's my people. If you are not God's people, how in the world are you allowing people that are not God's to pray for you? Speak life into you. Many of you right now don't understand that death and life is in the power, and it's powerful because it's in the tongue. And you've attached yourself with some people because these people never, ever, 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 and they refuse to see where you are going, and they refuse to see how God's going to take you to another level. And you got the nerve to keep saying that God's going to do it, and you ain't seen God do nothing. I'm talking to somebody. So these people snicker and laugh, but God is getting ready to now disappoint every devil in hell that's come against you, every witch, every warlock, every hex, every curse that's been attached to your bloodline. God's getting ready to remove it from you right now. I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, that God's getting ready to show you that you're a kingdom insider. I'm giving you intel, and I'm revealing to you, oh my God, secrets, and I'm revealing to you new thoughts and new ideas and creativity. I'm revealing these things to you because here's the thing. People are mad at you and upset. I'm getting ready to shout, okay, right? Here's the thing. They're not catching this because you chose to believe the good report. I'm trying to prophesy, but I'm preaching. Help me, God. So they mad at you because you chose to believe the good report. They said you were going to die. You chose to live. They said you couldn't have it. You chose to go get it anyway. They said you wouldn't survive without them. You chose to survive without them. They said you were going to die from cancer, and you chose to live because you refused to believe the report that was bad, and you chose to believe the good report of God. I'm talking to somebody. My grandma would testify right here and says, whose report will you believe? I'm talking to some people who looked death in the face and God said live. Somebody type live. I'm talking to some people that went through a divorce and God says this will not break you. I'm talking to people that went through a foreclosure, that went through a repossession, and God says this will not shake you. This will not cause you to lose your mind. You're going to need your mind for the next house. You're going to need your mind for the next car. You're going to need your mind for the next miracle. You're going to need your mind for the next man. Baby girl, don't you give up now. You're going to need your mind for the next ministry. You're going to need your mind when I heal you. And I'm going to do it in the face of adversity because I want you to understand that you have not been excluded. Have y'all shared this out? I'm doing all this talking. Y'all better share this. You're not excluded. I'm almost done. God said, I have not ruled out my goodness in your favor. I don't know why you put notes in front of me because I don't even have read them. I have ruled in your favor. Somebody type favor. Favor. Somebody type favor, 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 Mary, favor, Sherry, favor, LaShawn, favor. Here's the thing. It's going to sound like a cliche. If they mad at you now, they really about to get big mad. Now that's part prophecy and part hood. Okay, all right. No. Somebody type big mad. If they mad at you now, they about to be big mad. Oh God. Woo! If they mad at you now, they about to be big mad. I know what I'm saying. Celeste, they're not catching me. If they mad at you now, because watch this. The disappointments are dissipating. Hey, Shaladra. Disappointments are dissipating. Listen to what God said to me, y'all. He says, I'm blessing you and I'm benefiting you. Can somebody type that? I'm blessing you and I'm benefiting you. I'm blessing you and I'm benefiting you. Okay. This is what I want y'all to hear. Hear this part. Hear this part. All right. If you believe this next word for you, type me. I'm going to say right there. Because if y'all believe it, type me. Me. I wrote this down. I'm looking for it because I want to remember it. And it's simple. You're going to miss it. All right. Listen to this. Now, this might be a word because hooked on phone. It didn't work for everybody, but it's going to work for some of you. Listen to me. Simple. God says, I am about to show up. Now, God is hypostatic in who he is. So God never has to go anywhere to get anywhere because he's already there, right? He say, in the beginning, I was. Listen to me what I'm saying. But show up, futuristic in its terms, to tell you in the terminology that God's getting ready to meet your blessing and meet your need. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. And when God shows up, God's going to put you in a season where you will not find the words to articulate or describe how he's come through for you. Oh my God. Woo, God, somebody type indescribable. You're not going to be able to pen to paper what God's doing for you. You're not going to be able, are you hearing me, ladies and gentlemen? You're not going to be able, I literally see you gasping, trying to figure out how to explain it. It's going to be unexplainable. You're not going to be able to explain it. You're not going to be able to find the words to articulate or pontificate what God is saying for you, what God has done for you. You're not, Kendra, you're not going to know what to say. Only thing you're going to be able to say, but God, oh, it's going to be, girl, God made a way. Girl, what happened? I don't know, but I know God did it. You're not going to be able to put the words to it because it's going to be such a blessing for you, ladies and gentlemen. When God does this for you, or you're catching me, when God heals you right in front of the doctor, when God delivers you right in front of them that said you could make it, you're going to have to find a whole new vocabulary of blessings and words to come out of your mouth, to come close to expressing how God has done for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to put you in a place where you're going to be like Bobby Brown, all stamina and stutter. Lord Jesus, I done lost it. I don't know. It's inexplainable. It's inexplausible. It's something I cannot articulate. Are you hear me? It's getting ready to literally blow your mind. Somebody's like, Lord, blow my mind, blow my mind, Lord, blow my mind. Somebody say, Lord, blow my mind. Okay, all right. And God says, okay, all right. What I'm doing for you, what I'm about to do for you, rejoice, rejoice. God says, rejoice. Rejoice in faith. God says, rejoice in anticipation. Rejoice. Here's the thing. Okay. Okay. I told you to do this last time. If you're with me, somebody say, I'm with you. Now, I want you to be obedient when I tell you to do this because I promise you it's going to change your life. It's going to be simple. But tonight, I want you to do this. Everybody, you got to be prophetic, but you got to have instructions too. Okay. I want you to get a list tonight. Hear me clearly. And I want you to write down. I want you to write this down. I want you to write down everything that keeps you awake at night. Everything that tries to rob you of rest and rob you of peace. I want you to write this down tonight. Pastor, I don't go to sleep because I be eating too much before I go to bed. I ain't talking to you then. I probably can pick your spirits. I ain't talking to you. Stop eating too much before you go to bed. Pastor, I ain't got no problem. I just got indigestion. Well, you need to stop eating too late. I'm telling y'all. I'm talking to people that got problems. I said that intentionally so you can laugh. You can laugh. It's okay. But I want you to write it down, Kendra. Yeah, it's going to be a long list for some of you. And some of the things, I want you to write it down. Listen to me. God says one by one, I'm going to address them. Oh, God, I need somebody to type one by one. No. If it's money problems, one by one, I'm going to address them. Listen to me. And God's saying, I'm going to strike it, literally a line of demarcation in it. I'm going to strike them on your list one by one, line by line. I'm going to work on your behalf. I'm going to change it. I'm going to transform it until heaven comes to earth. I'm going to give you a new template. Come on, one by one. And what's going to happen? God says, I'm getting ready to put your life on display. And because I put your life on display, I'm going to show the people around you that you will be a testimony. Help me, God, tonight. Somebody say, I'm a testimony. I'm a testimony. I said testimony. You do it. God's getting ready to check your list off one by one. One by one, one by one. You're getting ready to be a major Testimony. Write down the things that keep you up at night. And if you're bold enough and want to send it to our email, I will pray for you. Can I finish? I'm almost there. All right. Okay. All right. I want y'all to hear me spiritually, and I don't want y'all to leave. I want y'all to share this, and I need Facebook. I need y'all to tag my members that decided they didn't want to get on tonight. Tell them to get on and listen tonight. All them preachers and people I got, text them. They get on. I need them to hear this. I need them to hear this. So I'm gonna get up 60 seconds to get on because I need them to hear what I'm getting ready to say. Because this is going to be something that's beneficial for your life. Tag them, post them, tweet them, whatever. You will be a testimony, says God. If your life has been on display and has not exhibited the goodness of God, the ebullience of God. Y'all like big words. Let me throw one at you then, all right? If your life has not exhibited that, get ready for your life to change and God to now put you on display. I'm going to help 5 of you that's paying attention. He's not putting you on display because you cute, you got a snatch weight, and you can rock stilettos. Baby girl, God ain't doing that. He ain't putting you on display because you cute and you fine. No, he ain't put you on display because you like skinny jeans, dude. No, he putting you on display because of the turbulence and the tumultuous season that you had to endure to prove to you, not by might or by power, but by the Spirit, says God, that you've been planted by the tree, laid in rivers of water, and you will not be moved. I'm saying to you that you've been in a place, in a holding pattern with God, and it feels like God's not paying attention, but God's getting ready to introduce you to the newness of life that he's now shown you, and many of you are getting ready to experience this that you have not experienced, and you have not seen since you were a young child, and you have not experienced, and you've had dreams and aspirations of what God's going to do, and you ain't seen nothing happen yet. But God says tonight, oh my God, let me move on. God says, for the next 7 years, I want y'all to hear this from me. Somebody type 7 years. I want you to hear. You heard it from me? You can take it to the bank. For the next 7 years, there will be a short supply for the wicked. Oh, Lord. Did y'all hear what I said? For the next 7 years, there will be a short supply for the wicked. Hear this from me. Hear this from me. I've been praying to Nia, and I want y'all to hear this from me. And I said, God, why does it appear that there's so many wealthy, wicked people? Wow. Thank you, Kendra. I want y'all to hear this. This is the intentional, what I'm saying. And I said, God, why does it appear that all the wealth goes to the wicked? He said, boy, pay attention to what you just said. And I caught it. I said, oh, my Lord. He says, Pastor D, I allowed the wealth to go to the wicked because I'm going to strip the stiff-necked and the rebellious of wealth and fortunes so it can fall in the lap of believers. Oh, my God. And I almost took off running because I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, because God says in the midst of famine, what's going to happen? There's going to be 7 years of abundant supply for the righteous. You're going to see in the next 7 years, you can mark the day that I'm telling you right now, that God, ladies and gentlemen, is going to allow things to happen where the wicked and the wealth that they have and preserved and try to keep up is going to start to get transferred to people that are righteous. You're going to see, shout here, wicked people will write you a check that pays for everything. I'm about to throw this computer. Did you hear what I said? Wicked people will fund your vision. I laid it up. and they're not going to have any choice. It's as in the spirit. I've already made their hands write the check. Oh my God. All right. For that God says that has been stored up by the wicked shall be given into the hands of the righteous. The righteous, ladies and gentlemen, it's been stored by the wicked, but it's been stored because God's getting ready to put it in the hands of the righteous. This will be the hour, ladies and gentlemen, that God told me to prophesy to you. Some of you need to get ready, because get ready. God's getting ready to place somebody in your life, ladies and gentlemen, that may not believe like you, but they're going to write a check to fund everything that you have. Get ready, because God says that now he's sending prophets, and they're going to have to prophesy that there's going to be a great transfer of wealth, transfer of money, a great, listen, I don't even play with God when they talk about money and stuff like that, because a lot of prophets do that because they want something from you. I ain't doing it. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Many of you right now, you're going to see a great transfer of wealth that's going to happen. And I said to you, and I said, God, I keep telling people that it's going to be overnight millionaires, overnight multimillionaires. What he says, I'm going to allow it to happen to some believers, because the wicked is going to be the ones that make them rich. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. They got me excited. Are y'all catching me tonight? Watch it happen. Watch it happen. Be careful who you are entertaining and how you treat them, because they could be angels sent to bless you. Be careful. Oh my God, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. We got a new building, and this man in the neighborhood walks to the building. Every time I pull up over there, he said, he called me boss man. Boss man, you got anything for me to do? Trying to get off drugs. And I heard God in the spirit say, be careful how you treat him. Be careful. He don't look like what you think he should look like, but be careful how you handle him. Be careful, because he could be sent to be a blessing to you. Be careful. I'm talking to some of you right now that you're a nurse and you're dealing with certain patients, and you're going to provide them so much care that's going to help them. They're literally going to come back and write a check in your name. I'm telling you how this stuff is going to happen. Be careful. Be careful. God says be careful, because this can happen overnight for you. I need 5 people to type overnight. And as I saw those words and I saw God say that to me, I'm almost done, y'all. This is going to sound crazy, but the other day I was in the store, and for whatever reason, I like hourglasses. You know, the ones you turn upside down, pour, sand comes out. Van Karina Taylor, this is for you. God, just feel like you need to hear this. Listen to me. I turned it upside down. And when I turned it upside down, the grains of sand would no longer pour. So the grains of sand got stuck. True story. If you got any type of prophecy gift, you should know where I'm going with this. I stopped in my tracks. See, y'all got to catch when God's trying to tell you something. The grains of sand, Sandra Daniel, looked like they were suspended in time. And they stopped. And I heard God so clearly. He says, for the wicked, it's going to be famine. For the righteous, it's going to be like I suspended the time. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like I stopped it in its track. And when famine comes on the wicked, the righteous shall experience seasons of bounty. Oh my. And I heard God say, yep. He says, I'm saying to the believers that they're walking into a season of divine pauses. Okay, I'm running now. I told you I should have finished it. This is the best part of everything God told me. I said, what? He said, divine pause. Come on now. He said, this is getting ready to be a divine pause in the spirit. What are you saying, Pastor D? He says, no. That's getting ready to be a divine pause. He says, because things have to pause, because I'm getting ready to give you pregnancy. and pregnant pains and birthing pains in the spirit. It's getting ready to be decisions that will make. So I'm giving you a pause. Come on now. I'm showing you that you're walking in birthing, and I'm going to spend time for some of you. It's going to feel like that, ladies and gentlemen, that it took 10 years for some people. I'm going to pause time. It's going to take you 1 year. It took them 20 years. It's going to take you 3 years. It took them 30 years. It's going to take you 30 days. I'm suspending time because in Kairos, I've already appointed it on the calendar so you can be blessed. That's why you cannot give up now. That's why it's too soon for you to walk away. That's why it's too soon for you to give up on your dreams. That's why it's too soon for you to give up on your aspiration. That's why it's too soon to give up on your ministry. That's why it's too soon, woman of God, to give up on your calling. God says, I'm pausing time. Yep. And in the midst of me pausing it, you will now be in a place where you have clarity in the decisions. And I see God drawing a line, ladies and gentlemen, in the sand and daring the devil to cross this line. I hear these words, ladies and gentlemen, that the battle lines have been drawn because it's time for God to draw a line in the sand. And what's getting ready to happen for everybody that's paying attention, God says, I'm getting ready to release. I got to go, y'all. Oh, God, I need 5 people to put some dollar signs up. I know when God talking to me, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, I know. And God says, I'm releasing. I got to get off here. Okay, if y'all tell me to finish, I'm going to finish because I just be running out of time. Okay, a leaf to laugh. I hear that, a leaf to laugh. Alpha, Omega, first, last, beginning and the end. I hear God saying, I have the last say. I have the last say. I have the last say. Listen to me. Not only did I see that, and I saw the writing. That's why I told you to write this down. I'm very intentional about what I'm saying tonight. Very intentional about what I'm saying tonight. Hear me clearly when I say this, because God says that you write down your plights, your predicaments, your adversities, your struggles. Listen to me tonight. God says, I've taken note of your sufferings and your hardship. And as you write it down, I'm scratching it out, but I'm writing it down in the spirit. And many of you right now, God says, I've taken note of your sufferings, and these were of the devil and the adversary, because the thief comes but to kill. You know scripture. Steal, destroy. But I come to bring life and bring life more abundantly. I am God, Abba Father. I cannot lie to you because I'm holy. And because I'm holy, I don't know how to lie, and I do not have to know how to participate as being a liar. And many of you've allowed the devil, who's a 2% perpetrator with the Messiah complex. He wanted to be God, and he cannot be God. So because he tried to be God, he wants to now thwart the blessings and the destiny of every believer that's listening to me right now. And many of you need to understand that God let Satan fall like lightning, and he has no more dominion over your children. He has no more dominion over your home. He has no more dominion over your finances. He has no dominion over your health. He has no dominion at your job. You have to understand that God is your God. He's your helper. And every devil is being quenched and being now dissipated by fire. God's literally sending fire as a spiritual sledgehammer to now knock the devil back on his heels because he's messed with you too long. I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, that God's going to open doors, but he's not opening doors while you still doubting his power. He's not opening doors while you still doubting his presence. He's not opening doors. He is the way maker, and the old people will testify. He's done it before. He's going to do it again. I'm saying to you tonight, hear me spiritually, that God says you have to celebrate already as if it's come to pass and fruition in this month. October will be filled with blessings. It will not be filled with discouragement. It will be filled with plenty, bountiful. It's harvest season for many of you, but you have to participate. Brittany, are you hearing me? Woo! God's getting ready to send it. Somebody say, send it, Lord, send it, Lord, send it, Lord. I hear this. I'm almost done. I make all things new. I make all things new. I make all things new. People mad at you because you gave your life back to God. I make things all new. Come on, then. I declare it on the cross. It was finished. I'm not man. I don't know how to lie. I'm not the son of man that I should change my mind. I have not changed my mind about you, says God. Here's the question critically. God says, do I speak or do I not act? Come on. Do I promise and not fulfill? I'm not like them. I will not betray you. I'm not like other people. I will not disappoint you. I'm not like them. I will not leave you. I'm not like them. I will move on your behalf, says God. I will move in your family, says God. I will move in that courtroom, says God. I will move for that approval, says God. I will move at the bank, says God. I will move in housing, says God. I will move at your job, says God. I will move at the doctor's appointment, says God. It's the season of divine visitation, says God. Keep your eyes on me and don't take your eyes on me like you done before, because this season, God says, don't you dare try to do without him. Somebody better hit that like button like she just told y'all. Somebody better share this out because somebody need to hear this. You need everybody in your family. And y'all think I'm crazy. I want you to tag everybody in your family right now and to get in here. I'm speaking to everybody in your family. And I'm saying to you, just because you had the nerve to believe God, I said this on Sunday, you getting ready to break every curse in your family. You don't believe me. I'm telling you, you're going to break every curse in your family, every season of bondage, every season of addiction, every season that's held you hostage, every season that kept you broken and bound. You will break it. God says tonight, you ain't got to worry about next week. God said, I'll do it right now. I'll do it on the live. I will do it. I want you to tag people that you know God needs to make a miracle and do a miracle in their life right now, because God's getting ready to do this, ladies and gentlemen. And I hear this. He says, I'm opening heaven. I got to go. Oh, my God. Oh, okay. I need two people to type this. Promises fulfilled. Promises fulfilled. Promises fulfilled. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. Promises fulfilled. Promises fulfilled. I hear this again. Prophetic people, y'all know what I'm about to say already before I say it. I hear God saying this. If you've been suffering through anxiety, and I hear panic attacks, and I hear anxiety, and I'm stopping in my track to say this. Many of you need to catch this in the spirit and hear me very clearly. Your fight, ladies and gentlemen, are not against flesh and blood. I see 7 of you women of God. Be very careful where you are at work, because there's some people praying against you. And I see spiritual attacks, and I see people literally trying to release witchcraft into your home. I want you tonight. I want you to go anoint your doors, because God's getting ready to plead and allow the blood of Jesus to block these things that come in. I'm talking to you right now. You literally been not put in a place where you can't sleep at night. It's not just anxiety. It's spiritual attacks and warfare of the enemy trying to literally trying to make you go to death in your sleep. But I hear God speaking over your life. I rebuke the death angel over your entire home on tonight. I don't know who you are, ladies and gentlemen, but you listen to me, and I can look at your names, but I don't have time to tag them. But I'm talking to you right now. You need to rebuke death off of your house, because God says you will walk into a season of promises fulfilled. You will not die this way. The devil does not have dominion and power against you. The devil does not have authority. You have the Spirit of God and the power of God, and God's going to literally cause it to literally be wiped out by the consuming fire. I'm speaking to many of you right now. You don't know why, and I'm telling you why you've been up at night. Your sleep paralysis. Baby girl, it's a demonic influence that's trying to attach itself to you, and God tonight is going to deliver your entire house. I'm speaking to you, ladies and gentlemen, that God says tonight, I need somebody to type tonight. This is a door that you're getting ready to walk through, and the devil's trying to stop you. It's a door that God's prepared for you, and the devil's trying to stop you. It's a door that God has opened for you, and God is trying to place you in that door, and the devil's trying to stop you from going through that door. I'm telling you why I'm rebuking death, because I saw it all up on my timeline, and God just stopped me in my tracks to say it to you now. Rebuke it off your house. I'm done. Mary, Tammy, Sandra, Sean, Iris, Ida, E. Wall. Thank you for the card, my friend. My family, thank you for that. Joanne, I want y'all to hear me. I want y'all to hear me. This is going to resonate because it's going to be simple, but it's going to resonate in y'all's spirit and everybody else that wants to take this. Give me 10 minutes. I'm wrapping up. God said, I see your frustrations and I know your sorrow. He was a man of sorrow, acquainted with grief. Think how big that scripture is. I'm a man of sorrow, and sorrow is acquainted with grief. God says, I see your conditions and the things that you are going through. You need to be reminded tonight that you are never out of God's sight. Oh my God. Oh man. God says, I literally hear the sound of your voice as you cry for help. I hear you. I hadn't forgotten. I hear the hidden desires of your heart when you cry out to me. And you've had silent tears and silent pain, Janelle. Silent hurt, Sherry. Silent disappointments. I need you to hear this tonight. That God says, I have not ignored you, nor have I turned my back on you. I haven't refused you, and you have not been overlooked. My power is infallible. It's infallible. My power. I am with you, says God. And even as the disciples were on the ship and the ship began to shake and the storm arose, they were fearful and they thought they would perish. God was with them. And God tell me to say this, and I'm getting ready to get out of here. Tonight, it says, Pastor D, prophetically declare boldly and audaciously declare for the storm to cease in their life. Who are you? Somebody say, storm, cease. Storm, cease. And not only did he declare that the storm would cease, he also declared peace. That's why I went back to anxiety. He declared peace, and the storm calmed down. Fibromyalgia has nothing against God. Lupus has nothing against God. I don't know why God telling me to call this out. Some of you on here, you're dealing with this. It has nothing against God. Nothing. Storm cease. Storm cease. I'm with you. And all you feel like you can perish, and you feel like you can perish, and you feel like you're going to die in this, I'm not going to allow the enemy to destroy you. You're in my care. I literally see God saying that. You're in my care. You believe me. Receive that. You're in my care. I'm your provider. I'm your provider. I'm unlimited in your resources. I'm going to create what you need. I can take it. I can do it. I will do it. Okay. All right. Let me tell you this story. Don't y'all go nowhere. I'm done after this. God just stopped me in my tracks. All right. So I've been saying stuff, and God wakes me up, and I post it. I post it. I post what He tells me to post. Some of your anxiety that I hear God saying, and some of your stress is not sickness. Some of it's financial. If that's you, to say me real quick. So I know God's getting ready to speak to you. Say me. Others, you say me too. If it's sickness, you're stressed out about something, but most of it's financial. Some of you are in bare minimums. You are barely making it. Your money is really shorter than your month. And I would tell you the truth. Some of you don't even know how you tithe. You do it because you're obedient to God. And you just say, but Pastor D, people keep asking me for stuff like I got money flowing out my ears. I barely can make a way for myself some days, and they want me to make a way for them. Am I talking to anybody? And God says, not only will I do what's needed for you and needful for you, but I'm going to supply all your needs. Somebody type all your needs. Okay. It's story time. Hear me clearly. I posted it this morning. First of all, I'm sitting at our facility that we purchased for Shreveport. That was a miracle in of itself. So I'm sitting in the front office. That part's already finished. So I'm sitting there. Don't know why God told me to go to the building because I ain't had nothing to do. But when I got there, I was just doing some paperwork working. And I remember 2 days prior, I said, oh, yeah, I got to get somebody out here to spray the place and do all this stuff. So I'm on my phone looking. True story. True story. I'm sitting on the phone looking. I'm looking up names for people to come out and spray the building. And as I'm sitting in the office, this man pulls over the truck. I turn to the side and I just see the side of the truck. And I was like, what is he doing? Gets out the truck, start grabbing equipment, start walking around. So I walk out the door and say, can I help you? He was like, oh, I'm here to spray the building. What building? I was like, no way. I'm serious. No, I was like, no way. No way. I'm online looking for a company, and this man, no. I said, come on, God, you done some stuff, but come on, there's no way. And so my face goes like floored, like, what building? I said, man, you got to be at the wrong place. Name of the company is Anti-Peds, if y'all want to call them, since y'all like to. And he says, no, I'm here at the right building. And I says, no, it can't be the right building. I said, hey, man, because, I hadn't called anybody out. And as a matter of fact, I was looking and you pulled up. He says, no, I spray the building every month. So he's kind of talking a little bit. And I said, okay, but I didn't call you. Why are you here? He says, the prior tenant already paid for the service. I'm like, okay, well, cool. So since it's paid for, just go ahead and do it. I'm thinking that's the end of the story. I'll go and spray it. It's fine. And I'm thinking of mine, well, it's 1 month I don't have to pay for. And he says, no, they paid it up for another year. And I'm like, wait a second. Don't let me stop you. Say what? He says, yeah, no. He says, they paid it up for another year. And since I'm there, he says, but I've never sprayed inside because every time I come, they're never here. So do you want me to spray? Of course I do. And he goes and sprays the whole building. I'm looking like floored. I said, God, you just told me to say paid in full a few days. You guys follow me on my post. And I posted that, paid in full. He walks out, hands me his business card. Okay, thank you, Pastor Lewis, because I told him my name. I put the card in my pocket. He says, oh, don't worry about the bill because you won't get it because, again, it's already been paid. Let me tell y'all something. Woo. You got to learn. Ephesians 3:20 tells you exceedingly and abundantly. I'm saying to you as believers, And I said it earlier, God's going to send somebody to write a check to pay for everything. And I said, God, what are you showing me? He says, Pastor D, when you can celebrate small things, that's when I'm ready to bless you with larger. What you need to hear, shout with me, y'all. What you've been praying for secretly is going to come bigger than expected. I posted something the other day. And I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, God's making you wait because what you prayed for was too small. Woo, I got to go. And if God can do that, that was God proving to me that when I speak a word, I will perform my word because I don't know how to lie. I'm showing you that everything that you just acquired, not only will I show you that will be paid in full, but everything that you attach yourself, because you attach yourself to this stuff in my name, that it will be paid in full. I'm talking to 5 of you. Y'all ain't ready. You should have threw your wig by now. God says it's taking longer because it's coming bigger. It's taking longer. You ain't shouted yet because it's coming bigger. It's taking longer because your prayers and petitions have been privately heard by God, and it's coming bigger. And because it's coming so big, I need somebody to hear me in the spirit and type bigger. It's coming bigger. Not only will it be in paid in full, baby girl, but God's going to leave you some money and some leftover so you can go take care of other things that you need him to take care of. If God can do it for us, then God can do it for you. I'm speaking over your life that it's coming bigger. I need somebody to type bigger, 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 bigger. God, I didn't pray enough. Come on, bigger. I didn't pray for enough. Bigger. It's going to happen. Bigger, bigger for your family, bigger for your children. 10 people type paid in full, paid in full. Go get the house, paid in full. Baby girl, God will give you the house and the money to pay it off. Paid in full. Pastor D, I need a new car, paid in full. Y'all don't understand. Stop limiting God and stop putting him in your little bitty minuscule mind because you think God can't do it because nobody else in your family have ever done it. God can do it bigger, meal. He can do it bigger, Shaladra. He can do it bigger, Kendra. He can do, listen, bigger. So y'all believe me? True story. I wanted to bring the cord. I forgot it so y'all can see the cord. That's just see bigger. Paid it off. So every month you're gonna come out there and spray the building for free. I didn't pay for it. And you ain't gonna have to pay for stuff either. Okay. Story time. Somebody gonna catch this tonight. Latanya is a real estate guru. You don't need real estate. She's on here, Latanya Coker, right there. God told me that the believers will not pay what unbelievers pay. And God's going to lower prices for the believers. So we go get this facility. I tell my people, they crazy like me. They crazy. They just crazy. They just believe me. Because they know when God talks, it comes to pass. I said, we're going to get a building. Jeremy, Latasha, Mary, they all on here. We're going to get a building. And we're not going to pay asking price. Woo! I got to go. Y'all ain't ready. I don't know whose faith this is charging, but it's charging somebody's faith tonight. We're not going to pay what they asking. We're not. I'm going to tell you how God deals with me. Now, I don't recommend this because this is how God talks to me. And Latonia's not going to recommend this to y'all if you want to go get a house through her. You just, I was praying. It was 2 buildings. I'm looking at it. I said, God, which one? God said, this one. Okay. Listen to me when I say this. I don't recommend you doing this unless you hear from God. I hear from him. So when God tells me to do something, I do it. Building was up. I knew it was going to sell quickly. I call my elders, say, hey, go look at this building. Tell me what you think. They're my trustees, them people that I trust. They go look at it, right? They don't know what's going on, though, because I ain't said nothing. Just tell me what you think. I let it sit for a while. God said, make an offer. I said, God, how make an offer? I don't even know what the building worth. Part of them, they wanted the offer because the building was about to sell to the people across the street. So they wanted an offer, and I literally have to come in and make a blind offer spiritually. God told me what to do. I go, I make an offer. I call the agent, said, this is the offer. This is what we're going to pay. That lady literally Don't know what the building's going to praise for because they were not even going by the appraiser. They were just going by the offer. The man just wanted to sell it, right? We make the offer. They accept it. What you don't know is that I got an appraiser to go out within the next week to go look at it. Can I tell y'all something? I can't tell y'all the number because y'all nosy. Good nosy. Because you say, Pastor, you don't reel me in on this story. You're going to tell me this. We paid thousands less than the appraisal. No, you didn't catch me. You didn't catch me. Thousands less than the appraisal. Okay. I'm out of time. Y'all don't, y'all, what you do for others and how you celebrate others, that's how God works it out for you. I'm saying to you, so now we got to, see, this is Latanya. I received a contract today from a builder on a new construction. I didn't even show the property. They just added me to the contract. I'm getting ready to run. Man, y'all better jump on this word tonight. I don't know who I'm. So, did y'all? I didn't even show it. They just added me to the contract. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth tonight? People just gonna add you. They just gonna. He showed up at the property to spread. I'm like, what is happening, God? He says, I will perform my word. You are going to be one of those multimillionaires overnight. Everything you put your hands to will prosper. Stop worrying and trust God. You will not stay in this season of being in a deficit. Your days of asking for handouts and borrowing, begging, and that sort of thing, that's over with. Because you got too much pride. You don't want to ask nobody for help anyway. And God says, you won't have to because I'm going to send help. You won't have to because I'm going to send resources. I'm going to send bounty, plenty for the believer. I hope, I don't know who that blessing about Veronica Hill, but see, that's I'm allowing y'all to look at these names on purpose because some of y'all need to connect and network with each other and talk to each other and get new contacts and watch God do it. I'm saying, drop some dollar signs if you receive that word. I'm out of here. Drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop them dollar signs. I hear God say shut down because I had another story and God said don't tell it. I can't tell y'all everything. I'm gonna tell these stories. I get old, I tell stories. Amen. I'm out of time. Not out of word. It is our midweek teaching. Listen, there's 100 people watching me. That's what I want you to do. I want everybody to sow a seed with an 8 in it. If it's $8, 18 is the bondage breaking seed. I don't know what else to say about this word. It was changed and life changed tonight. I want you to do it in the next 2 minutes. I'm not telling you what to sow. I'm just telling you to sow something. If you believe the word, I'm saying to you, I'm challenging you to not just be a person that hears it, but a person that does something about it. The ways to give on the screen. If you're sowing any amount, type of 1. I'm out of here. Type of 1. Type of 1. Quickly. If it's $8, put the 18 in it somewhere. Y'all know what I've been doing. Put the 18. I feel like the oil that falls from me will fall in your lap. Pastor D, I'm doing it. I got $18. Bondage breaking seed. I'm sowing tonight. Pastor D, bondage breaking. It's $18, Pastor D. That ain't gonna break my life. $18. I'm looking for 30 people that's gonna say I'm gonna do it. That's 8 right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I get to 30, I'm done. Do whatever God tells you to do. God tells you to do 88, 108, but put $18, $18 is what you should do because it's a bondage breaking seed. That's a seed synonymous. Don't jump off, y'all. Hear this. We're at an hour and 8 minutes right now. Wow, look how God talks. That's 12 people. I'm looking for the other 8. And I know the other 10 are going to do it when I get off. 13. There it is. Now, Pastor D, I believe God and I believe this word. I believe what you said. Look on the screen. The ways to give is Pastor D Lewis, Venmo Detrius Lewis, all those ways to give. Little fancy flyer on the side. Do it now. But I want you to do it now while I'm watching you. Can y'all do it now? I'm going to give you another 2 minutes because I want to look at your names. I'm not going to call your names, but I want to look at your names and I want to partner with you in prayer as you do it in obedience now. And I want to look at every name that does this. Thank you. I see some of my members. Y'all love me like that. Pastor D is in David. Lewis is Cash App. Tania. Talia, what's going on with your site? You said you can't read that? Well, I'm praying for your site right now, if that's a problem, because I believe God's a healer. I do. 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 Thank you for sewing. Thank you, Teresa Grisby. I saw you give. Thank you, Kay Wright. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. I'm looking at the names. I'm looking at the names. And I'm thanking you in advance. A lot of people just drop off when they get to this point. They want to just hear everything. But I'm telling you, seeds break cycles. And you give an abundance seed, $18, that's going to break it. It's going to break. It's Pastor D. Lewis. Can y'all see that? It's on the screen. It's big on my end. It depends on what device you're looking at. On my end is huge because I'm on a big computer. So it's Pastor D. Lewis. Let me put it in the comments section too. So you guys can see it. And I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all. The Cash App or PayPal. And I'm going to let you guys enjoy it. I hope you were blessed by the word. Okay, right, for always giving, family. All right, let me see if I can pull that down. I'm going to pull that down. So yeah, and I'm out of here. There you go. Is that better? All right. We down to 5. We down to 5. 5 more people. We're at the 30. That's the number God told me. Who didn't do it? Pastor D, I got $8. That's my best. If that's your best, do it. Do your best. Pastor D, I got $5.18. That's my best. Your best is your best. Pastor D, my best is 108. I believe this word tonight. This word is for me. This word bless me. This word bless my entire family. This word is what I'm sowing on. I'm sowing because I believe the word tonight. I'm sowing because I believe what God spoke to you. I'm sowing expectation of what God's going to do. I'm sowing. Thank you for giving. Hey, I love y'all. It's my prayer you increase exponentially. I'm not going to stay home. I don't stay on bed for seeds. If people want to do it, they're going to do it. If they don't, God bless them anyway. But you that are obedient to what God says in the missive, I want to thank you in advance for partnering with us and giving and sowing seeds for this prophetic insight part 2. There's some of you that can sow the $18. Some of you can. Some of you can meet me at the 108 level, but God's going to speak to some of you to sow 88. And I believe that 88, 18, and I did part 1, and some of you gave on that, and you gave on this one as well. So I'm appreciative of you being kind. But this word is for you, and you are now connecting, and you're making this word your own when you give seeds. Seeds are appropriate. And these seeds, ladies and gentlemen, you make, and you know what we do with these seeds every month. I'm always a blessing to others because of your helpful and your generosity to us and our ministry. So I want to thank you in advance. If you have not given, if you get paid this weekend or something you want to give them, that's fine too. Thank you for every seed and everything that you've done. It's my prayer you increase exponentially and walk in the favor of God like never before. Thank you, Sophia Scott, for showing on tonight. And I'm believing God's going to bless you in this season real good, like my mom would say. Y'all have a wonderful night in prayer. I love y'all. God bless.